So kind of an out of the blue title, but anyway, here we are. So everyone knows that 2020 was a rough year. Kobe kicked things off, passed the baton to China, and then the US decided to relive the 1860s. But just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, 2021 decides to up the ante and double down. And if that wasn't enough, some of you are going through a breakup right now and clicked on this video for a glimmer of hope on how to get through it. Or this just popped up on your feed and you ran out of other things to watch. Either way, I'm here for you. And we have serious business to take care of. We have a human being to lie to ourselves about. Look, we don't have time for useless things like understanding or maturity or personal development. Those just get in the way. Now, we gotta hit them where it hurts. Get back at them. Let them know that they were wrong and you were right. Because you're always right. So let's get right into it. Wait, hold on a bit. Just gonna loosen up for the video. First and most obvious, if you're trying to get over a breakup, the quickest thing to do is blame them. It was all their fault. If they broke up with you, tell yourself they made a mistake by not realizing how amazing you are, and they're missing out on being with perfection. If you broke up with them, it's because you realized they're not worth your time, and you realized all their flaws are something that you can't put up with. In either case, make sure to completely remove your accountability from the situation. Because remember, it may take two to tango, but it only takes one to ruin the other's life forever and allow them to walk away with the moral high ground. If putting an entire relationship's failures on an unsuspecting human doesn't quite cut it, the next natural step is to harbor resentment. This will make sure that you reinforce the notion that they're a terrible person by keeping them in your head for as long as possible. But don't worry, that's a small price to pay, because fuck them. Am I right? Yeah, fuck them. Their shortcomings made your life miserable, and you were trying to put in the extra effort to see through that. But your shortcomings, you know, if you happen to have any, forgive me for assuming, are byproducts of you realizing that you're only human and you're doing the best you can, and yours should be accepted. Simply accepting that you two are incompatible or acknowledging that there are things about the relationship that you're not willing to settle for aren't enough. Make sure to continuously remind yourself of how much you hated your time with them and how much they wasted your time. Listen to sad breakup songs that get you angry and remind you of how much you wanted to inflict harm in probably an illegal way. 'Cause I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground. The last thing you want to do to round out the trifecta is assume that anyone else that you possibly want to date will be just like your ex. This accomplishes two things. One, it allows you to feel better about getting in this mess in the first place. Everyone's the same, so it was bound to happen no matter who you got with. You had no choice. And two, it removes the need to consider how you might need to adjust your behavior for the next relationship, because once again, it'll be the same story regardless. This is defensive tactic number one. If you assume that everyone's just like your ex, you already neutralized the threat before it even happened. The best offense is a strong defense, and if you're always defensive, you'll never have to be offended by anybody. Never mind that that's a person with their own set of experiences, values, and interests, completely separate from your ex. That doesn't matter. What matters is the permanent lens you've now developed through which you now view the world. Because no matter how different upbringings, moral standards, and track records can vary from person to person, everyone's always the same. Except you. Oh, if you're being abused in any way, definitely dial 911.
What's going on, guys? So as you can see, the vlog is back with a little different approach. You know, I love putting out content, but my goal is always to try and somehow bring value. That's definitely one way to do it. I'm trying to take things in a different direction. You know, some people care about my life, most people don't. That's kind of that's just a reality. At the same token, I just love making content. I love putting shit out there. Oh crap, this reminds me, I put my IG up on the last screen, and oh, I gotta re-enable my IG. I gotta do that. Yeah, so if you yeah, I gotta set that up. So quick updates on my life though. Pretty much I ended up moving somewhere else, so I am currently in a different living situation, and you know, things aren't going too bad. I had applied to a million jobs for programming. I had one really good lead, and it took literally 2 months. Literally 2 months for the entire process to go through, only for them to tell me, oh, sorry, we don't need you, fam. I'm like, wow, you couldn't tell me this like 2 months ago? Like, wasted my freaking time? But okay, but that was my fault because I didn't do what I was supposed to do, which was keep working on job applications and things like that, assuming that I had something in the bag with these guys. But you know what? It is what it is. Life moves on. So, just continuing the grind on the job hunt. I'm searching, and that's basically it. So, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys next time. I'm shooting out something, shooting another video out. It's gonna be super random. You don't even know what I'm going to do. You don't even know what I'm going to do, right?